No.
Okay, class. Welcome back to Coach Young's 6th grade math class. I have a problem for you three today. And the problem is, there is a rectangle with an area of 36 inches squared. What is the length and the width of this rectangle? So if I draw a rectangle, which sides?
Is that a square?
Rectangle.
Okay,
Squares.
the definition of a square is, the four angles are 90 degrees and the four side lengths are congruent. So is a rectangle a square or is a square a rectangle?
Rectangle is square.
So that is a square.
No. Incorrect. A
Square
square is a rectangle
It's close.
because a rectangle definition is it just has four angles that are 90 degrees. The side lengths are not congruent like they are on a square.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if we're labeling this rectangle, what would be our length?
This one.
Sadie, what do you think?
I think it's this one.
Okay, Colin, Sadie and Chris are correct. Because remember in a rectangle...
Wait, no, me and Sadie pointed different sides.
Okay, I'm about to explain it.
Yeah, my side was the better side.
Okay, so in rectangles,
It was closer to me.
both sets of opposite sides are congruent.
How good is
So
that?
these two are congruent, and these two are congruent.
Ha, we're right.
And
No.
length represents...
Don't worry, I got one on high five.
And length represents the longest side in our rectangle. So these would be our lengths. And our width is how wide the rectangle is. So W for width or wide, length for length or long. But if we write it like this,
That would be the length.
that would be the length. Very good, Sadie.
Sorry, guys.
Colin, which one's the width?
This one
Yes.
and that one.
Yes, very good.
You got it.
So, if our area is 36 inches squared, what do we need to do with our two variables, length and width, to get
Add
to
them.
36?
Add all of them.
Add all of them together.
If we add them all together, that's our perimeter. That's our...
You multiply.
You multiply.
Oh, you still add them.
Isn't multiplication
Yeah.
a division?
Can you? Yeah, you add all of them and then it still work for multiplication.
Yes. But in this case, we're going to use our area formula for rectangles, which is what?
Length times width.
Length times width.
Remember the rows? Something like rows. My teacher told me. 5th grade.
Okay? So now I would like for y'all to come up with numbers that can represent our length and our width that will multiply together to get to 36. I would like for y'all each to come up with one answer.
Oh.
Colin, be careful. Yes, Sadie, what do you think?
3 and 6.
Okay, what is 3 times 6?
36.
Okay, Sadie, Chris said that multiplication is a repeat of addition. So if we count 6 3 times, we have 6, 12, 18,
But
which is
we
not
just said
36.
adding also, and 3 and 6 is 36.
If you have 3 and 6 and you push them together, I guess that is 36, but that is incorrect because 3 times 6 is 18. You can't just push the two numbers together. So, yes, Colin.
1 and 36.
I
No,
was
that
gonna say
doesn't,
that.
that's not
one.
going to work though because it's really small. That'd be really small.
But if you look at it like this, you can have a really small rectangle.
But that's pointless.
So if Colin said 1 and 36, Colin, where would our 1 go?
Itty bitty side.
Yes, because remember our length is our biggest number, our longest number. So where would the 36 go?
Big side.
The
Maybe
big
that's
side.
my question.
So Colin said width is 1 and length is 36.
Can I go now?
No.
Is that not the correct answer?
I had a different one.
What'd you
No,
have?
that's not my answer. 1 times
That's
36, it works.
Are you
What'd you
gonna let
have?
me talk?
Chris, let's have some respect in the classroom.
I'm sorry, because she was just overpowered. 6 times 6 also equals 36.
Oh, okay.
No, that would be 60.
So
That's
Chris
66.
said width is 6 and length.
But then
It's
that
6.
would make a square, not a rectangle.
But did we not say that a square is a rectangle?
We covered this earlier.
Because we
in
said
class.
all sides are congruent in a square and all angles are 90 degrees.
Yep.
With a rectangle, you have all sides are 90 degrees, but you have opposite sides are congruent to each other.
Mhm.
So Chris said 6 times 6 is 36, which is absolutely correct. That's another solution.
Victory.
Okay, Sadie, is there any other solutions, or do you just
No.
think 1 and 36 and 6
36
and 6?
and 6.
3 and 12.
No! There's only 2 solutions.
3 and 12. Okay, Sadie, Colin says 3 and 12. I would like for you to work out 3 times 12 right here.
Oh, that's gonna work.
Okay, remember, with multiplication, let's write our number with the most digits on top.
Oh.
There you go. Okay, is 36 our answer?
Oh, 36
Okay.
does work.
Okay, and Sadie, 36 is an answer, but 3 and 12 does work. So, if we have our width and our length, Sadie, Colin said 3 and 12.
But it can be 12 and 3 too.
It can be because it's commutative. But what would be our width? The 3 or the 12?
3.
3 because it's the smallest number,
Mm-hmm.
and 12 because it's our biggest. Okay? Is there any other solutions?
2 and 18.
Do you agree with her, Chris?
I'm still
I think so.
You think so? Tay, do you agree or disagree?
I'm gonna agree on this one.
You're gonna agree? Okay, so I'll work it out this time. So we have 18 times 2. 2 times 8 is what?
2 times 8.
28.
You can't-
No.
you can't-
16. 16.
It's 16. You can't just push the numbers together, Sadie. You have to actually multiply them. And Colin, what's 2 times 1?
2.
Plus 1
3.
is 36 our answer.
Whoa!
Oh, coach.
Yeah.
So, our width would be 2 in this case, and our length would be 18. Now, I'm looking at this problem, and I think there's one more solution that hasn't been said. Do y'all agree or disagree?
Oh,
Oh.
I think I got it.
Wait,
oh,
no, I got it.
Okay, Chris, you said
No,
one.
no,
Let's
ladies
see.
first.
Hey,
Let
just
her
Disagree,
have
I
it.
found
That
all
is
the
very
answers.
respectful.
I was rude earlier.
It's 9 times 4.
9 and 4, very good.
It's, I don't know how to multiply.
What would our width be with 9
You
and 4?
get there.
Sorry, what?
What would our width be in 9 and 4?
4 is the width and 9 is the length.
9 is the length. Okay, so with this particular question, with how it's worded, we have 5 solutions, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of this question, if I asked you, what is our length and width of 36 with our width being the smallest factor possible, what would our answer be? That is correct, Sadie. Now if I asked, what is our length and width of this rectangle with an area of 36 with our length being the biggest number possible?
With your length being the biggest number
The
possible?
biggest number possible. That is also correct. Okay? Now, what if I said, at the end of this, our answer should be the same for length and width? This one. So it's all how the question is worded, but with this particular question, there's 5 solutions. Now, does anyone have any questions?
No.
Y'all good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with these numbers, we actually learned this in a previous lesson. I'm sure y'all were introduced to it in 5th grade. What do these numbers represent in respect to 36?
They're
Whoa.
factors.
They're
No,
factors.
they're multiples.
They're multiples is another. It's also correct. Factors and multiples is the same thing.
Mm-mm.
So
Why would they
If
make
we
2
have-
words for one thing?
if we have-
It's not right.
if we have 36,
No, you're not answering it.
1 and 36 times equals 36. 2 and 18. 3 and 12. 4 and 9
Yeah.
and 6, and 6. Those are all factors of 36. So that's what you used to solve and you didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
And that is my